Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the old channel here, and this is going to be another Beatles update. And these are some online finds I got from the past months or so. These records have been kind of sitting on to show and to kind of catalog for quite a while now. So I finally put them in a while ago. I just haven't gotten to show it for quite a whiles now. But now is the time. So finally getting to the ones, and I got a stack of 45s and a stack of LPs to show from what I got, I guess, a few months ago now. So finally getting to it, and we're going to start off with the 45s here, and it's going to be a mix of some solo and or mainly it's going to be mainly solo stuff and one Beatles item, but it's a pretty nice one that I picked up here lately. And we're just going to go ahead and start with the Lone Beatles 45 here. And found this one on eBay for a pretty good price. The label's a little bit written and beat up on, but it is a promotional record of All You Need Is Love and Baby You're a Rich Man. Whoop. So yeah, this side looks way better than this one. But for the price that I got it, I am happy with that overall. So I now have Penny Lane, Lady Madonna, and now All You Need Is Love. And I believe the next one in that kind of label style would be Hello Goodbye. So pretty good with those. And then all these next ones that I've got came from one seller. I just happened to pick a lot of them up for a pretty cheap per record, and save on some shipping as well. And he kind of threw in a bonus record for me. Well, more like a bonus sleeve here. Did not come with a record, but it is a picture sleeve of Wings with Little Luck. And this is, for what I could tell, from Italy. So I might just stick it with a Little Luck US 45, just because I don't think I'm gonna really seek out the Italian 45 on its own. I might check Discogs and see if there's one in the United States for really cheap or something like that. But these next two, well, the ones I actually got, I'll show. And these is also kind of part of the jukebox series, which I kind of finished. Um, these are just kind of some slight variations in those, into where these are the Paul McCartney. This is Off the Ground, back with Cosmically Conscious, and usually that comes on white vinyl. Well, I see it more on white vinyl than not, but this is just the black vinyl edition. So I'll throw those into the jukebox box that I made, and this one is Things We Said Today and Biker Like an Icon, also on black vinyl. And again, usually I see these more on the white vinyl version. So just kind of a small variation to pick up and be more of a complete jukebox series. And sticking with Paul here, these are kind of a bit of an interesting series. It's kind of like the reissues on the Columbia label, and it's called like the Hall of Fame series, I believe. And then within that series, there's a couple reissues. There's like a standard red and black label, but this is the gray label here, which seemed to be. Well, it also came with a jukebox strip there, and I'll take it out here. And these seem to be a little bit tougher to find. It seems like, or maybe just this specific record seemed to be tough to find. So it has Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey backed up with Jet. So usually in these Hall of Fame series, they combined pretty much the A side for some previous Paul McCartney singles into one 45. So Columbia was trying to cash in on Paul when he was in contract with Columbia. So it is that's the business. And then speaking of Uncle Albert and Admiral Halsey, this time we got Too Many People on the B side, but this is the Capitol reissue from 1976. And then from that same series, from '76, we got Give Ireland Back to the Irish, backed up with the same song, but the instrumental version on the B side. And now we kind of get into a little bit of the fun stuff. Again, those I was just kind of filling out some reissues to kind of add to the pile, which was the main thing here. And we're going to start off the picture sleeve from France. This is Silly Love Songs, backed with Cook at the House. And this is what the back looks like. And the labels is kind of the Wings at the Speed of Sound label, a little bit slightly different color than kind of the US one. But this is part of the Paul McCartney singles box series that I'm going to try to complete one day. So this is one of the recreation picture sleeves from the box. So now I got an original one, and then I got another French one. Again, it was kind of more just an add-in. This is my Brave Face from France with a nice kind of silver injected label there, back with Flying to My Home in the same back and everything. Sorry, I kind of got my camera flipped around, so I'm used to holding it more on the left side than on the right. And then this one kind of caught my eye. Didn't really know what it was. Also from France. So I did a little research, and it is a country-specific promo from France, and it is the song "Put It There." So pretty kind of sharp-looking sleeve there. Nothing to it but what it says, and the back's got some probably some promotional or DJ type numbers there. Besides the date there, it's February 2nd of 1990. So this one's actually a pretty tough one to find, or a pretty expensive one, it seemed like. And again, I just kind of found all these from one seller on eBay, and I just kind of picked them up. So again, kind of on that same silver injected label there. And I believe it's the same song and song length on each side. So yeah, 2 minutes 9 seconds there, and then 2 minutes 9 seconds on the other side. So that was a pretty cool bonus find, especially for something that I didn't really know was out there. And then the last one I got is this kind of a cool looking picture sleeve to where I couldn't really pass it up. This one is from Russia or USSR on the Melodia label, and we got Paul McCartney, got a little EP here, Wings, and when I saw this picture sleeve, I thought that was just pretty cool, kind of pops and everything like that. And here is what the back looks like. And the songs on here, yeah, the seller wrote what songs on there. Thank you. We got Silly Love Songs, Jet, and No Words. And here is the white label to go with it. So those are a nice little batch of picture sleeves I finally got to show on here. And then now we'll move to the LPs. All right, finally got something back. Or finally got something for the series. I haven't gotten one in a while because usually there's a seller at a record show that has a bunch of these, but he hasn't been there for the past couple shows. So found one with a U.S. seller, so shipping wasn't too crazy. But I finally got another Japanese series Japanese series record here, and it's the Beatles Beat, and it's got the German flag shown there, number 33. So I finally got one back, part of the series. So again, I think I'm down to like 4 or 5 more needed for this series. So I'm getting close, Hopefully I'll knock it out this year. So this one is on the black Odeon label, and this one came out in 1978. There is kind of the spine there. does come with some inserts. Let's see if I can take it out real quick. As always, here are the inserts part of the Japanese series. And there you go. I'll add it to the box that I've created for these. And yes, they are going to house all of them. So I'll have a nice little big Japanese Beatles box set ready to go and probably be decorated and all that kind of stuff. That'll be my next kind of project once I finish that. Let's see. This last group of records also came from one seller. Started everything like around the $20 range, and I just kind of ended up winning most of these, and then again saving on some shipping on top of this. Now, a few of them came sealed, but I opened some of them because sealed records for me are kind of weird. I don't typically like to have sealed records. They're more expensive to buy, and you don't really get to listen to them. So I don't really get sealed records all too much. Besides, maybe like some picture discs for collectability that I won't really play that much. I'll keep them sealed. But this one was not sealed, thankfully, and this is George Harrison Dark Horse, and you can probably see why I got this one. It's in a shrink, and it has the nice hype sticker. It's also the small Yogi variation as well. So, very nice condition overall, and it's on the kind of the black, gray, black and white labels here. Some of these come on a light blue and white label, so that'll be the next variation of Dark Horse I'll be looking out for. And so I finally upgraded my copy with a nice hype sticker there. So I'm glad to knock that one off the list. And then another George record that came. I did a little research on this one because I wasn't too sure what it was or when it came out, but I decided it was pretty cool. And it is Living in the Material World. And this is not an original one, but it does come with a hype sticker. This one came out in 2006 and it includes 2 bonus tracks and a booklet. So the 2 bonus tracks are Deep Blue and Miss Odell. And I believe this was remastered as well. So here is what's all inside this one. So this one is also still in the shrink, but here is the record sleeve itself. And the record is pretty much unplayed. Here's the label. I gotta clean it up a little bit. And here is the booklet that comes with it as well. There we go. So nice little booklet here. Back on the back, and here's a couple pictures from the booklet real quick. Let's see. And here's kind of the gatefold here. Or the centerfold, I should say. And yeah, you kind of get the gist there. Some the lyrics and some handwritten lyrics as well in there. And I want to give this a listen with the 2 bonus tracks. This might be maybe my go-to Living in the Material World after all said and done. And one thing that's pretty cool, and you can't really tell since it's got the shrink on, but the hand's kind of like a little bit spot varnished on it. It has a little, not really raised elements to it, but it's definitely kind of got a little pop to it. So if anyone knows anything about this particular remastering or pressing and how it sounds before I play it, let me know in the comments below. And then, speaking of how things sound and if I should open this one or not, this is the only one I kind of have some questions on, since it is still sealed and a little bit of a collectible type record, I guess I could say. But this is an original master recording of Live Peace in Toronto, and this came out in 2006. My number is 892. If anyone There we go. Anyone knows how many of these were made, that would be great. And there's the hype sticker. And I wish this kind of just came in a shrink, because I would just probably just slit open the side and just plate it. But it's kind of got like that perforated baggy seal thing. It comes with the calendar as well. Um, I'm going to have a few different variations of this record when it's all said and done. I'll be looking for the 2009 kind of version of this as well. I think it has like a capital hype sticker on it, celebrating so many years, I believe. Um, and then I have some original ones and a capital reissue as well. But if this is worth opening and listening to, please let me know, because I will open it, obviously. Um, Probably still end up opening once I have all the variations, and then I'll kind of compare and listen to myself. But um, if this is worth it, please let me know in the comments, because I will be more than happy to listen to it if it sounds any better than standard copies, I would say. And then I would say the find of the bunch, besides maybe the Dark Horse hype sticker, would be this Paul McCartney Ram Archive Edition. Really happy to find this one for a good price. And this came out back in 2012, so I wasn't quite in the Beatles collecting sphere, and definitely not in the solo Beatles collecting sphere. As I really, that's only been a recent development for me. But always enjoy Ram. I got the archive CD, like advanced kit, which had 2 CDs and a DVD, and so now I kind of knew what to expect on the bonus disc, but it was nice to hear nonetheless. So, 2 record set from the archive edition from Paul, and it also came with the download card as well. This one was sealed, but I knew I was going to open this one up and listen to all the bonus audio and stuff. And anyone out there know what to do with these download cards? I got a bunch of Paul McCartney ones. I'm thinking once I get most of the archive editions, just maybe kind of frame them up. Might be kind of a interesting kind of collage of Paul McCartney albums in a frame or something like that. So I got those all saved up, one for one day in a little bag here. And that will wrap up this Beatles update. Finally got to it eventually. Again, these been kind of hanging out on the on my floor for a little bit, not laying flat or anything, just kind of up against all my other records essentially. So finally glad to get that done. So stay tuned for more videos as always, and I'll see you on the next one.